everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. In this video, I will be making personalized bookmarks using cardstock and my Cricut Explore Air 2. Come on, y'all. Let's see how I did it. For this project, I will be using 100-pound cardstock, 65-pound cardstock, and glitter cardstock. I will be using Beacon 3-in-1 glue and a extra long squeegee. I will leave a list of the materials in the description of the video. For this project, I will be making 4 personalized bookmarks. To begin, I am going to select shapes on the left toolbar, and I am going to select a square, and then I'm going to select a pennant. Then I am going to select shapes on the toolbar again to close the menu. Next, I'm going to duplicate the square and the pennant. And to duplicate, I am going to select the square, and then on the top of the layers panel, I am going to select duplicate, which is the second icon. I'm going to select this one time. And then I'm going to move that off to the side. And then I'm going to select the pennant. And then on the top of the layers panel, I'm going to select duplicate one time. And then I'm going to move that away as well. After duplicating, I am going to size the square to 2 inches in width and 8 inches in height. So to size it, I am going to select the square, and on the top toolbar under size, I am going to unlock the proportion, and I'm going to change the width to 2 inches and hit enter. And then I'm going to change the height to 8 inches and hit enter. Next, I am going to change the color of the square. So to change the color, I'm going to simply make sure that the square is selected and go to the top menu under operations. I am going to select the color square, and then I'm going to select the color purple. And then I'm going to click anywhere on the canvas to close that. Okay, so now I'm going to select my duplicated pennant, and I'm going to move it over here. I am going to change the color of this pendant. I am going to go to the top menu, and under the on the toolbar under operations, again, I'm going to select the color swatch, and I'm going to change this to purple as well. And then I'm going to click anywhere on the canvas. So I want to create a shape, a clip that the bookmark will be able to clip to a page. And to do that, I am going to use the 2 pendants to do that. And so to do that, I'm going to select my black pendant, and I'm going to change the size to 1x2. So to change the size, I'm going to select the black pendant, and then I'm going to go up to the top toolbar. I'm going to unlock the proportion, and I'm going to change the width to 1 and the height to 2. Then I'm going to size the purple pendant to 0.5 in width and 2 inches in height. So next, I'm going to position the purple pendant over top of the black pendant, and I am just going to position it, and I'm going to be leaving some of the top of the purple pendant off of the top of the black pendant, so that when I slice it, it will leave an opening on the black pendant. So I think I am satisfied satisfied right here in terms of my position right here. Okay, so I'm satisfied. Next, I want to align them. So selecting both the black pennant and the purple pennant, I am going to go to the top toolbar. Under Align, I am going to select Center Horizontally. Now that they are positioned and aligned, I'm going to slice. So to slice, I'm going to make sure that both pennants are selected. And on the bottom of the layers panel, I am going to select Slice. After the slice, I am going to remove the part that I want and then delete the parts that I don't want. So now I am left with this U shape. And what I want to do with this U shape is I want to position this U shape onto the purple square. And so I'm just going to position it onto the purple square from the top. I'm just going to position it where I want it to be. And so I want it about right there. And then I'm going to align this U shape centered horizontally onto my purple shape. So selecting both the U shape and the purple square, I'm going to go to the top toolbar, select Align, and Align Center Horizontally. Next, I am going to get the duplicated square, and I am going to size this square to 1.5 inches in width and 5 inches in height. So on the top toolbar, I'm going to unlock the proportion, and I am going to change the width to 1.5, and I'm going to change the height to 5. Then I am going to position the black square on top of the purple square. And right now I just want to get it aligned from the bottom. And I want the alignment from the top to be the same as the alignment from the bottom. And so I just use the two of these squares to align from the top, and 2 of the squares on the bottom to align from the bottom. So to align them, I'm going to select the purple and the black square, and then I am going to go to the top toolbar. I'm going to select Align, and I'm going to align Center Horizontal. Now that I have these aligned, I want to slice the black shapes from the purple square. Now, Cricut only allows you to slice 2 layers at a time. And so that I can slice, I am going to select the U shape and the purple square. So I'm going to select the U shape and the purple square. By holding my Shift key, I'm going to select the purple square. So as you can see on the layers panel, the U shape and the purple square are selected. Then on the bottom of the toolbar, I am going to select Slice. After the slice, I am going to delete the parts that I do not want. So I don't want this black part, so I'm going to delete that. And I don't want this purple part where the U is cut out. I don't want that part right there. Now, because the purple layer was the last layer that I worked on, it is now moved to the front of the black square. So on the layers panel, I am going to select the black square. I'm going to hold down my Shift key, and I am going to select the purple layer. And then I am going to go to the bottom of the layers panel, and I'm going to select Slice. After the slice, I am going to delete the parts that I don't want again. So I'm going to delete I'm going to delete. I'm going to move this out of the way because it's just easier. So I'm going to move this part out the way, and then I'm going to delete this part right here. And so this is my bookmark base right here. Now I have the base of my bookmark, and because I am going to be making 4 personalized bookmarks, I am going to duplicate the base and then I'm going to hide it. So I'm selecting, and then I'm going to the top menu, selecting duplicate, and then I'm going to move it off to the side, and then I am going to hide the selected layer. So I need to add a name to this bookmark. So before I add the name, I want to rotate the base of this bookmark 90 degrees. So to rotate, I am going to make sure that the bookmark base is selected, and on the top toolbar under rotate, I am going to enter -90 and hit enter. This rotates the bookmark on its side so that it is easier for me to add the names that I want to add. So this is the top of my bookmark, and this is the bottom part of my bookmark. And I want my name to run from the top to the bottom of the bookmark. And so that's why I changed it 90 degrees this way. To add the text, I am going to select text on the left toolbar. When the text box appears, I am going to type the word justice in all capital letters. Then I'm going to click anywhere on the canvas. Typing this in all caps will make it easier because it eliminates the floating dots and the low hanging letters that are below the line. And so the all capitals will just make it easier for me to add the name to this bookmark. Next, I am going to change the font. To change the font, I am just going to make sure that my text is selected, and then on the font menu, I am going to select the drop down menu, and then I'm going to select system because I want only the fonts that are on my computer. And then I am going to search for the font impact because I want a thick font for this project. So I'm searching for the font impact, and then I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to click anywhere on the canvas to close it out. Now I'm going to size the name to fit within the square. And so I'm just going to move it up to the square, and I'm just going to size it kind of big, and then I'm going to position it down here, and I want to make sure that when I position it that the bottom of the letters are touching the bottom of the opening on the bookmark. And so I'm just going to position it like this. Once I get it positioned how I like it, then I'm going to weld it. So to weld it, I am going to select the bookmark base and the name, and on the bottom of the layers panel, on the bottom of the layers panel, I'm going to select combine, and then I'm going to select weld. Now I have the first bookmark done. I'm going to make the remaining 3, and I will come back when I'm ready to cut. So with all the bookmarks designed, I am going to duplicate each one of them 2 times. I'm duplicating them so that when I glue them all together, they will make the bookmark more sturdy. So selecting my first bookmark, I am going to go to the top of the layers panel, and I am going to duplicate this 2 times. I will repeat this for all of the bookmarks. With the bookmarks duplicated, I am going to change the colors so that the mats will be the color of the cardstock I will be using. This makes it easier when cutting, so you know what color cardstock to place on the mat. Now I am ready to make it in the top right corner. On this screen, I have 5 mats. Because I will be using some 8.5 by 11 cardstock, I am going to change my material settings. So for the black layer, I am going to leave the black layer on 12 by 12 because I can put this on 12 by 12 and cut each one of these individually. But the color ones, I am going to change them, the material size for the color mats, to 8.5 by 11 because I will be using 8.5 by 11 paper. And so I'm going to select one of my color mats, and then I'm going to change the material size to 8.5 by 11. And then I will do the same for the remaining mats. Once I'm done, I'm going to scroll back to the top, select my first mat, and then I'm going to select continue in the bottom right corner. On this screen, I am going to select my material setting. And so for the first mat, I am going to be cutting this out on 100 pound cardstock. And so I will select heavy cardstock as my material setting. For the color mats, I will be using 65 pound cardstock. And so I am going to change my setting to medium cardstock. I'm going to get everything cut and I'll come back to show you how I assembled them. Okay, so now I have everything cut out. I am going to begin assembling and gluing the first bookmark. For this project, I want my 100 pound cardstock to be the middle, and then I'm going to layer it with the glitter and with the color cardstock. So I'm gonna put the color cardstock on the back, and then I'm gonna put the glitter cardstock on the front like that. So to begin, I'm gonna take the first 2 pieces and I am going to glue it like this. So they'll be glued together like this. Next, I am going to glue the glitter piece to the other side. So I glue the purple to the back of the black, and then I'm going to glue the glitter to the front of the back, like that. Okay guys, here are all of the bookmarks. What do you think? Let me know in the comments what you think about the bookmarks. But these are all of them. I think they are so cute. I love them, and I hope that they love them as well. All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you were able to follow along with my process. If you liked this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.